So as I was saying, I want to incorporate what I have from the older warbinder into this one, but I want to do things differently. I know a lot of people on here use warbinders, and for most people, they excuse me, they use their warbinders for scripture writing. They'll use it for maybe verse mapping or different things. But for me, the warbinder is what I wanted, what I believe it should be, what it says it is, a warbinder. And I want to include things that are intentional. I want to include things that are edifying, encouraging, and educating. And we'll go into details with that as we go along. I want it to be something that I can go to and reflect, read, and be reminded of some things, see prayers that I prayed and that have been answered. I want it to be indicative of what the movie War Room was, but in a paper form. I want it to be literally that. And understanding that this is a warbinder, where we do engage in a spiritual warfare. Yes, we do. But we're not always engaging in the spiritual warfare. The enemy fights us, yes, in certain respects, but then we also have a different war. We have a war against our flesh. The Bible tells us that the flesh is at war with the spirit. So we can say, yeah, it's the enemy fighting us, but a lot of times, if we're truthful, it's just us being disobedient. It's us following our flesh, us not doing what God has commanded us to do, right? So there is a war in our members going on where we know that we're supposed to do something, but we don't do it. And you know, it is a war in a sense, because we're warring against that natural man who wants to do what it wants to do. And we have to be built up on the word. We have to be strong in our spirit so that we can, you know, fight the good fight of faith daily, right? So it's, for me, it encompasses things to engage in spiritual warfare, but the warbinder also encompasses things that help me to grow spiritually, if that all makes sense. So that's what I want to encompass in my warbinder. And I've got different sections in there. I've got prayer, because we can always grow in prayer. I want to be strategic in my prayers, and we'll go, like I said, into detail into all of that. I want to pray and touch on different areas. I want to have a section where I pray for the needs of my family, the needs of my friends. I want to pray for my community, my nation. I want to pray for my business. I want to pray for my ministry. I want to pray for my finances. You know, there's different things I want to incorporate in this spiritual, in my warbinder. So I just wanted to give a little preface as to what I want to do in my warbinder. Of course, you'll be along with me on the journey to see all that I do, how I'm going to use it. And I chose this disc-bound system because I felt that it will give me the most flexibility and versatility as far as the way that I want to do things. So I can create like hidden pages to hide like personal information for things that I'm praying for, or people that I'm praying for, right? And still be able to share it with you all. So I attempted to start this, but we're going to go full force. I'm not going to delay this anymore, and it is a way that I can keep up with it, build it, and at the same time do it with all of you. Also, gleaning from you any ideas or things that you want to share, and sharing with you and inspiring you through whatever I do as well. With all of that said, let me explain what I have done in my little bit of entry for today. And then I will be here on Fridays. And I believe that I want to start with prayer. I know, and July, the subscription was the power of prayer. But I still want to continue in that vein. I believe everything for us starts with prayer. That is essentially the warbinder, but also how do we pray strategically? How do we grow in prayer? So let's take that journey together. That's where we'll start in the prayer section, and then we'll move on to the other sections. At least doing this in a week by week pace, I get to build my warbinder, but also you get to build yours along with me. So if this is something that interests you, go ahead and comment in the section below. Let me know that you are interested, you're excited to take this journey along with me. Share with me any ideas that you may have. Share with me what your warbinder looks like. Are you using a rings? Are you using a disc bound? Are you using a twin loop? Are you using a notebook? What does it look like for you? And without chatting anymore, I'm going to just do voiceover and walk you through, well, sorry, not voiceover. I'm going to switch over to a live overhead where I explain what I've done in the warbinder for today. All right. Okay, so here's what I did with this entry. Let me go back a little bit because you probably were looking and wondering what was going on. So this is the prayer section. As I said, we're going to start with the prayer section. So I have my prayer dashboard. These are available as a download or print to ship in the shop under the warbinder. Just search warbinder on the website and you'll find these, and I will link it in the description below as well. So this was my little pocket that I created, just basically folding the page in half. So anytime I want to include maybe a sticky note with prayers or pictures or things that I'm praying for that are private, I can put them in here. I can tuck them in here and still be able to share it with you all and still conceal what I need to conceal. So that's my little pocket I created. These are the warbinder essentials, and this is for prayer. So these are all scriptures dealing with prayer, giving an example of how you can take a verse and turn it into a prayer. Up here is the sample, but I'm going to show you what we're going to do with these verses. But first I want to get through the, let's say, informational part, which is this. So I had done this previously. I think I did like a shorts, a reel, and uploaded on Instagram showing how I did this one. In the shop I have two intercession kits. It's a sticker set, and it's also available in a digital format so that you can download it if you choose to. But this is the sticker form that I used, and I just it comes with the information regarding intercession. So because it's the same for both intercession 1 and 2, the entire collections, the information is the same. I just used this is intercession 2, I believe, on this side, and this is intercession 1 kit. So I took the elements from both of those intercessory collections, and I created this one using intercession sticker collection 1, and this one I used intercession collection 2, mouthful, sorry. And then I just used the information. I printed it on clear matte sticker paper so that I can include it in here. And like I said, it's the same in both the 1 and 2 collections, so it applies to both of these, but I just used the different elements from both those collections to create these. And I just wanted it in here as information. I'll read a brief synopsis of what's included in here. It says biblical intercession is a profound expression of prayer and faith, representing a believer's plea before God on behalf of others. It goes beyond personal petition to embody a selfless act of love and concern for fellow humans and the fulfillment of God's will. Intercession is a key component of Christian spirituality, reflecting Jesus's ministry and his teachings on love, compassion, and advocacy. Amen. So I wanted this information. There's more details, as you can see here and here. So I wanted that information regarding intercession. So when I said in the beginning of the video, I wanted information and things to edify and help with encouraging, this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. So then here I've listed out all the prayer watches. There are 8 prayer watches, so this goes from 1 through 8. In the shop, I have created prayer watch collections as well. So there's a sticker collection as well as a digital that complements. So whichever version you choose, you can purchase it from the shop. I will link the collections in the description below as well. So I listed out all the prayer watches here. I have created prayer watch collections for the first, second, and fourth watch. Kind of out of order, but this is going to push me to work on the third one and then continue finishing the rest. So that is the information regarding the prayer watches, and with that I'm going to start putting in the information regarding each watch in my warbinder. So this that I put here, you can see I printed it out on clear mat, but I'll show you how you, and this is how you would get it if you did the digital format. So like I said, it's available in the sticker form and it's available in the digital form, which is PDF and PNG, or you can purchase the stickers to be shipped to you. So this is the digital information on first watch, and I printed it on clear mat and I just adhered it to this page. So all of this is concerning first watch. I'll show you what I mean as far as the sticker versus the printable in a moment. Let me just get through what I did here today so I can show you that. So I'm going to read a brief synopsis of the first watch. Let's do the historical context and biblical foundation. It says the division of the day into watches has its roots in ancient Jewish customs. In the Old Testament, the day was divided into periods or watches, each lasting approximately 3 hours. This practice was crucial for maintaining the temple services and ensuring a continuous cycle of worship and prayer. The first watch from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. was especially significant as it marked a transition from day to night, symbolizing a time of reflection and preparation. In the New Testament, the concept of prayer watches is also evident. Jesus himself emphasized the importance of watching and praying. In Matthew 26, verses 40 to 41, during his time in the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus asked his disciples, "Could you not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation." This plea underscores the importance of vigilance and prayer during critical times, aligning with the essence of the first watch. There is more included in this. I'm not going to give it all away. If you want to know more, then you would have to get the digital or the actual physical sticker kit. So I used for my entries today the actual physical sticker sheets as you saw while I was doing the entry. So that's what I did, and what I did was to create a cluster of like scenes. So this scene, she is laying, she's on her face, she's in her prayer room. As you can see, there's a bunch of stickies on the wall in this scene. She's got a bunch of fluffy pillows, she's got things to make her comfortable, but this is like essentially her war room. Over here I put the chair because maybe she's alternating between getting on her knees and sitting down, and she has her cart next to her that has all of her spiritual arsenal. It's got her Bibles, it's got pens, highlighters, it's got journals in case she hears a word from God and she needs to write something down. So she's got that here. And then I took the words that are included in the kit, and of course I put them to the scene that just looked appropriate. So here it says war room, here it says prayer. And then in the kit there are these torn paper strips, but they're not just words, these are actual scriptures. So this one says, no weapon that is formed against me. We know that popular verse, and then these are other verses. I believe there's Psalm 91 on one of these strips, and Psalm 27 also on one of the strips. So there's verses on these torn paper edges. And I just used my distress ink and pulled out like the colors that were in the kit, like the pinks. I wish I could have pulled out all of them, the greens, but it would have got a little too busy. So I just pulled out like the warmish tone distress ink and also the pink. Tried to pull those colors out, and I kind of colored in the white background. Didn't want it to be so white. So here I took that faith journal, put it on the side, and I put faith journal. You've got the bottle of oil over here because maybe you need to anoint your house, you need to anoint yourself. So I put the bottle of oil there. So here she is on her knees, and it says stand in the gap. She's got her box of tissues because, you know, sometimes when we get deep into intercession, the waterworks will pour, right? This one here, she's on her knees in another war room with a bunch of the sticky notes on the wall. She's got all of the spiritual arsenal piled up next to her chair. And here it says intercession. Sprinkled about the florals that were also included in the kit. This one here, she's in front of her window. She's laying on her face. And up here it says make up the hedge, because if she's interceding, she's making up the hedge. If there's a gap, she's making up that hedge. And she's got her cart next to her as well that has all of her spiritual arsenal. So I left the spacing in between these because what I'm going to do is to write down the things that I can pray for during the first watch. Am I always going to be praying during the first watch? No, but I may find myself up during the first watch. I may find myself up during any of these watches. And if I'm up during any of these watches, or God places on my heart to pray for something, or I want to intercede, I still have this as a reference of what I can pray for during these watches. Even if there's nothing put on your heart, we should pray without ceasing. So maybe we can pray for specific things during these watches, and whatever those things are, I'm going to write them out here because there are things that are not too detailed. There's a little bit of detail. So for instance, it says this time is for prayer that covers one's family and community in protection, reflecting on the blessings and the lessons of the day, and preparing for the coming night. So these are the things that you can pray for. I think there's a more extensive list that I'm going to research and look for, but there are other things that you can also pray during this time. What else? So I just want to preface and say that the watches are not something to be ritualistic. There are those of us who find that there are just certain times of the day when we really can engage in prayer, when we're we can get more intense in prayer, where we're more comfortable in prayer. Whatever that time is, that is your particular watch, or your specific, that can be your specific watch. So it's not something that is like saying you have to do this. This is not a have to. This is informational. And if you find yourself at these watches, or you find that, hey, you know what, that's my watch right there, then hey, you have information regarding that watch. You have that specific time in the day when you find that you're most effective in prayer. That's all it is. It's not something that's saying that it's set in stone and this is what you have to do. Not at all. So that is my entry on the first watch. So next week, I'm going to do the second watch. And let me give you a glimpse at what the second watch looks like. That way I can show you how you would receive your stickers. Now, with the prayer watch collection in the sticker format that is shipped to you, you can buy these sticker sheets individually, but if you buy the entire collection, then the information comes with it. Okay? This information folder comes with the entire collection. And let's say you don't want to buy the entire, the whole, you just want a couple of sheets from the sticker sheets. Well, then you can buy the 1 or 2 sheets. Say you want this and you want the dolls, you can do that. But you can also download the digital. That way you'll have the information. Because like I said, information regarding all of the watches are included in the collections, but the information is given when you purchase the entire collection. So you purchase the entire collection, your collection is going to come like this. So this is the second watch. So this is what you'll see me using next week in my entry. And when you open it up, second watch, and you have all the information regarding the second watch, okay, which is from 9 p.m. to midnight. And then you've got your sticker sheets, and it's in these beautiful blue tones, and the florals are in these beautiful shades of blue, white, and gold. And then you've got scenes similar to the first watch with the comfy chairs and the carts, and you've got candles, okay? And then you've got a verse here from Isaiah 62:6, which says, guards, keep praying to the Lord. Remind him of his promise. Don't ever stop praying. All right, you've got these beautiful scenes. This particular one has, the collections are different. This particular one has frames. So you've got the, this frame here. Got to be delicate with this sticker paper, right? So you've got the circular frame. You've got this one here, and you can write in the middle of this, right? So you've got 3 frames. This one has the florals with the washi on the side. You have the fair skin dolls, okay, all postured in prayer. Beautiful. Different age groups. And the darker skin tones, okay? And with the entire collection, you would get all the stickers that I'm showing you here. So when you buy the entire collections, you get all the stickers, that includes both skin tones of the dolls, okay? So that's how your sticker pack would come. And if you bought the digital, your digital would look like this. This is the PDF format, but I think I've started to include the PNGs. That way, if you're a digital person, you can also use it. And for those that haven't been converted to PDF, I believe there's a way that you can convert your PDF to PNG. My Adobe program allows me to do that. So here is the first sheet, which includes these 2 scenes, the 3 chairs, the 3 carts. It says pray and watch. Second watch, you've got your 3 candles. And this one is the medium skin tone. They are broken up into 6 files. So you have a fair skin 1, a fair skin 2, a fair skin 3. I believe one has the mature fair skin. One has the mature dark skin, the dark skin, and the medium skin tone. So there's 6. You can choose from the 6 dolls which digital file you want. That's how the digital files are broken down. So you've got the scenes, the elements, you've got the dolls, you've got the verse, the frames are included, the florals and the borders are for you. And here is that second watch information. So for me, I printed this out on clear mat. You can print it out on white mat, you can print it out on plain paper, however you choose. But this is how you would get that. And that is it. I just wanted to show that to you all. That way, if you have questions regarding that, remember this is our big starter video on the warbinders. So next week, I'm going to come back. I will have the things written in here that you can pray for during the first watch, and then we will go ahead and create our second watch layout next week. That is it. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Also, comment below. Let me know your thoughts on some of the things that I've shared at the beginning of the video, even if it's on the layouts and how I'm setting this up. And if you have ideas or different ways that you're doing yours, like I said, please also share that in the comments below. I love to engage with all of you. And again, thank you for joining me. I will see you all next week. Be blessed, everyone. Bye-bye.